Obviously, technique does matter, but by the sights of some people throwing around weights these days, you kind of think that it doesn't. With technique, there's lots of things that can go wrong. You have form breakdown, range of motion, and then choosing the more comfortable route over the more beneficial route.
So let's get into it.
The first one, form breakdown. By the name, you can guess. This is when you're performing an exercise and the weight's too heavy and fatigue kicks in, as well as your ego. All your friends are looking at you. The girl you're secretly in love with is looking at you. Someone's recording it for the gram so you can get that Gymshark Opti Nutrition mega sponsor. You still have 4 reps left to go. So you throw out any sort of safety and let the joints and muscles just take a battering. We all know someone who's been in that situation. Or maybe you are the person who's been in that situation. I'm not judging. Hopefully after this video, you'll start a new path of training and not venture down the valley of sins ever again. Form breakdown can happen on any exercise. Squat, bench press, deadlift being the obvious. Also a lot more common these days is arm exercises. Good old arms. They don't have to take a battering these days. The reason you have form breakdown is, like I said, the volume or intensity being way too high or way too much for that muscle to cope with, and also not being aware of your own form. High volume means lots of reps, so near the last couple of reps, your muscles will be burning, and you feel like there's nothing left to give. So you start using different muscle groups to help assist with the lift. We use bicep curls as an example, because let's be honest, everyone loves a good bicep pump with good lighting. It's probably kind of how Moses felt when he's reading out the 10 Commandments. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I've been sent these 10 Commandments from God. We're kind of friends, you see, and he thought I was trustworthy and responsible enough to take on a whole challenge of mankind for a couple of years. So, yeah, all eyes on me, okay? Bicep curls have lots of variations, little twists to increase contraction and to maximise results, which in return gives more chance of fatigue, which is good, and you can't let a good pump go to waste, surely. Most common is people swinging their back into it. Once the weight's gone too heavy, they'll just start kettlebell swinging the bar up or the dumbbells, just trying to get some momentum so they can get the dumbbells or the barbell up. And it can actually be beneficial in a way because it's a form of eccentric training. Or full-on fatigue, it's a lot different and it will have a different effect on the muscle and joints. And that's a different story anyway. So when you're swinging your back around just so you can get a bicep curl, you put tremendous pressure on your tendons and ligaments, which increase the risk of snapping them bad boys. You also see people use a lot more shoulder movement when they're fatigued as well. Now this isn't necessarily a bad thing, so your bicep lies slightly underneath the deltoids because they're interlinking muscles. So when the shoulders come up slightly, it creates more of a contraction on the bicep. And it also makes it look like you've got 2 hot air balloons on your shoulders because you're a dirty freak beast. But raising them too high and completing a concentric phase, it can take stress completely off the biceps and put it straight into the shoulder joints. Basically, the only muscles that should be hurting when you're doing a bicep curl is the bicep. Anything else hurting, you're doing it wrong. The next one, range of motion. Range of motion is a sad story. Something so important. Something that reduces injury, maximizes results, just tossed to the side. Forgotten, left to fend for itself in a world where ego is king. Range of motion refers to the range of motion in an exercise. A full range of motion is amazing. It will strengthen your joints, strengthen your muscles, it will increase your results tenfold. It will allow the muscles to accrue a lot more fibres a lot faster, just so you get a nice fully developed muscle, result in major gains. But it's a scary thing if you have a weak stretch reflex, or you're just weak in general. Let's use the squat as a classic example. Squats are a classic exercise, regarded as one of the best exercises you can do by some people. In powerlifting terms, if the crease isn't below the knee, you may as well live in Baghdad selling shoes. And with the squat being one of the 3 main movements in powerlifting, it's kind of important to go all the way down. Powerlifters will just boo you out there. They'll spit on you, swear at you, everything. Violent. It's a blood sport. The squat will put your quads under immense pressure when fully stretched out, which, believe it or not, is key to building a bigger, better squat. But if you're putting a lot of weight on, you go down just above 90 degrees and you feel,
if I go any lower, I'm gonna fall.
The weight's too heavy. You should be going down until you cannot go any further down. Not saying going down to 90 degrees or slightly above, slightly below isn't a bad thing. It just classes as a partial squat. But if you think they're proper squats, think again. If you don't use the full range of motion, then your muscles won't develop as much. If you're scared about squatting all the way down and falling over or having the bar just crush you, lower the weight or have someone spot you properly. Choosing comfort over effectiveness. When you perform an exercise, you'll usually choose the more comfortable path, the one of least resistance, because it feels more comfortable and a lot easier for you. This can be a result of things like muscular imbalances and tightness as well, and that'll make certain movements either feel good or bad. That being said, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right path for you to choose. I'll admit, I'm one of the same people. My squat feels comfortable for me, but my stance should be a lot closer together. My bench press should be a little bit wider and my deadlift should be a bit lower. All these little things that for years I've neglected, I've not even thought about, I've just assumed because it feels good that's how I should be doing it. And turns out, not so. But I've acknowledged these problems and I'm now sorting them for a new better me. The best thing to do if you're serious about wanting to progress and to reach your goals, whether it's weight loss, muscle gain, strength gain, performance, anything like that, then learn how to do them properly, because in the long term you'll get a lot better results, a lot less injury, because performing an exercise wrong over an extended period of time might not feel bad to start with, but over the months, years, bad technique would definitely take its toll on you. Anyway, cool, super wicked, been a blast as per. That's the end of the video, folks. Seems like I've not really done anything for this one. Because it's so vast and different, I can only bring out certain points. My technique issues might be different to yours, and it's more making people aware that they could be performing something wrong and then they could get an injury, or if it's a recurring injury it could be because of a different exercise they're performing wrong. So it's food for thought. Do us a faves, please, like and subscribe. That for me is everything, so do it now. I'll give you some time. Done it? That's it. And also don't forget to add me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. The links are all going to be below for everything. Yeah, share it with all your friends, share it with your family. Had my hair cut, so I guess I'll see you next week.